I return. After not updating for 6 months at this point, I am finally back to make some little Valentines of my characters. But before I start that, exciting news, I am published. These characters appear in the book Sweet Red Rot, which is available on Amazon for $15, or the ebook's available for $3. This first Valentine is of my character Sabrina, who usually wears a pretty cutesy style anyway, so it wasn't that hard to adapt her outfit into a more Valentine's Day themed one anyway. And for the pun, I had a little bit of trouble because I had a few different things I might have go with, but because she's a Grim Reaper, I ultimately went with I'll go to hell and back for you. And I also thought I'd talk a little bit about the characters' love lives because it's on theme and because I wish to expose them. So Sabrina's dating the next character you'll see, whose name is Calliope, and they're pretty cute. They're the main couple, and I really enjoy writing them. They're definitely my favorite couple that I've written in my book series. The book actually has a lot about how they met and how they started dating. And we're moving on to the next one, which is Calliope. Her outfit was a little harder to adapt because I wasn't exactly sure how to adapt her usual spooky purple dress into sort of like a Valentine's heartsy dress without just recoloring her dress, because I wanted to give her a little bit more of an interesting new dress and a new silhouette. So I gave her this long fluffy boa with little hearts on it because I thought that would be cute, and I added little heart earrings because I never draw her wearing earrings in her sheep demon ears, although I definitely could, and I don't as often as I should. Calliope and Sabrina are both very weird. They're both weird little weirdos, so they really make sense as a couple because they like to yap about whatever and just be super cute together. And they also like to fight together. They have when they're fighting, they fight together, and it's all cute. And if you want to see a couple that just beats people up, then they're great for that. She usually has a spiderweb motif that appears on her dress, so I made sure to add that in too. And the pun I went with her because she has dream magic. So I added Dear Valentine, Dreaming of You, which I think is one of the puns that I'm most confident in. The next character is Telephone, and I told you I wanted to avoid just recoloring their outfits like pink and red, but that is basically just what I did with him, but I added a little bouquet because I felt like the outfit was lacking. And for Telephone's love life, he has a wife, and she's dead. I killed her for plot. I'm sorry, Telephone. And the pun I originally was gonna go with was he was gonna be making a sad face and it was just gonna say, Dear Valentine, I miss my wife. But that felt like a bummer, so I added Dear Valentine, I've got my eye on you, because my dad suggested it instead. This next character is Ditzy, and I'm gonna be honest, they're a bitch. They suck. I hate them affectionately. So I knew they couldn't be saying anything positive because they're not a positive person. They're evil. Genuinely evil. And so I just wrote for the pun, Dear Valentine, your flesh tastes delicious or looks delicious. I can't quite remember. Either way, ominous, because they're not a nice person. But I did just basically add hearts onto their usual outfit. And for their love life, they don't have one. They don't like love. They barely have friends. They're not vibing with this. And the next Valentine is Marlo, and she wears pretty much just a hoodie, so I had a little bit of trouble with her outfit, trying to make it look cute, but also like she doesn't give a shit, because she really doesn't. She sucks also. Not in she's a bad person, she's just annoying, and she also has chronic hater disease. She hates Valentine's Day. She thinks it's cringe. She thinks love is stupid, which is beautiful. So her pun, it just says, Dear Valentine, love is cringe. As for Marlo's love life, she is hopelessly stupid. So whenever she gets a crush, she fails. She is terrible at everything. And the next character we come to is Shiloh. I had a lot of fun drawing her like this because I almost never draw her in fancy little dresses, although I should, because she looks amazing in them. It's just a simple red dress. It's nothing special because she doesn't really like to wear anything, I think, as
kitschy or elaborate as the other ones where there's just like hearts everywhere and it's super over the top. And for Shiloh's love life, fun fact, she is 8,000 years old, which is quite old. She's an old lady. And she's the last of an ancient species, most of which died off, including her girlfriend/fiance. And since then, she has not dated anyone since, and is still very emotionally hung up. And the pun I chose for her was, I'll love you till the end of time, because she's old as hell and has time powers. The next one is Frankie, and I felt like the outfits that I chose were not nearly, like, sexy enough for the previous characters. Like, you can see their tatas, but that's not off-brand for me. And so, in a fan servicey route, I decided to give little cuts on his shorts so you can see like a thong, which is super impractical. But I did it for my one and only best friend who's obsessed with Frankie and is trying to date him. And I won't let him date Frankie, because Frankie's stinky and he sucks. As for Frankie's love life, he's married, he's a married man. He is a sugar baby to the devil from the Bible. He's absolutely a gold digger. He sucks. He's stupid. And for the pun, I was gonna go with like a doctor pun because he's a doctor, but I couldn't think of any. So the pun is, "Dear Valentines, are you drugs? Because I want to do you." Because I needed a sex joke in there somewhere. And my girlfriend came up with that one, so credit to her. The pun is relevant because Frankie loves drugs, but don't do drugs, kids. Or, don't do anything Frankie does. He's a terrible example. The next Valentine is the one and only Chlorine. She's the pet of all the Grim Reapers, and she's wonderful. She's just a little kitty. She's just a little kitty that's the size of a bear. The pun I went with for Chlorine was, I'm not very good at puns, so I asked my dad to help me, and he said, go with meow, because she's a cat. And that was the most obvious pun ever, and I still didn't fucking see it. So anyway, that's what I went with. Now for the reveal of all the finished Valentines.